Hey, this is Trevor Sternad from the Black Dahlia Murder here, and you're listening to the Everblack podcast.
Hey, human skull, this is odorous from Guam.
Going to the Fear Factory.
This is George Corey from Under Fisher.
This is Jazz from Double Drop.
This is Wade from Our Last Enemy.
Mike Nick from Suicidal Tendencies.
Hey, this is Wednesday 13.
This is
Rex from Kill Devil Hill.
This is from Sepultura. You're listening to Everblack Podcast.
Before we go into this episode of the Everblack podcast, we just need to give a shout out to our show supporters, the occult clothing brand Electric Witch, who have amazing apparel from shirts to hoodies to hats to beanies, dresses and more. Check out their full range at electricwitch.com.au and put in the code Everblack for 20% off your order. Also, don't forget to subscribe, rate and review the Everblack podcast on Spotify and iTunes podcast streams, and see all our video interviews on the Everblack YouTube channel. You can also read all our articles and reviews at everblack.com.au. Alright, on with the show. Jack, thanks for joining us on the show, brother. How's everything going in your part of the world or coast or wherever you are today?
Yeah, it's good. It's raining here on the Gold Coast. It's been windy today. Bit of sun. I think spring is just like crazy weather. So my part of the world's good. Yeah, busy, keeping busy. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
All gravy, man. Well, of course, you know, your band Level H have just dropped your latest single. Now, Machiavellian? Is that how
Machiavellian. Yeah, I guess you can pronounce it depending on your accent, but yeah, there's a couple of A's in there, which I forget sometimes. And when we first titled the song, I was calling it Matchy, and I had to like rehearse saying it, literally. Yeah.
Well, I'm from Labrador originally, so it just comes out as a big muffle for me. So
yeah,
sorry for butchering the song title.
Yeah, Reese wrote pretty much like most of the lyrics for this one, so he had like the title and all that, and I remember like, what the heck? And writing it in like the group chat was always like funny spellings and stuff, but there's yeah, it's a cool word.
It is, and it's a great track, man. It seems very relevant lyrically considering the current world events. You know, what was the origins of this one?
Yeah, well, I guess like the lyrics that we had on the Conquer EP were very like fantasy based, like, you know, songs with Vikings and vampires and stuff like that. I think like when Reese came in with the lyrics, he was sort of thinking about, yeah, definitely targeting something more relevant. Sort of like, I guess the word, it just means that like, yeah, lies from sort of like higher powers, and just, yeah, it's a political sort of one for sure. And like, yeah, I guess now the times with the whole US stuff, and it's pretty good timing, I guess. I've got my cat scratching at the door. She wants to come say hello.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, man, I usually have a Labradoodle back here somewhere. Oh, hey.
This is Scarlett.
Hi, Scott. Hey, how you going? I like my Labradoodle.
I had the door shut, but she was like, let me in.
We do like guests on the show, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I also love about the track is how you guys share vocal duties. And there's not many drummers these days doing vocals either. You notice that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Shaden and Reese, they've been singing, like, I've seen videos of them on school, like, assembly and stuff. So, I mean, like, when you got guys in the band who can sing, may as well use it.
Absolutely.
And it brings all that dynamic stuff in, like, doing choruses and, yeah. And I think, like, Reese wasn't always a drummer. I think, like, for him, he was also, like, I think vocals was maybe his first instrument. So, I actually don't know, maybe drums was, but yeah, anyway, he's keen to sing, and Shaden's got a good voice, and yeah, just get it all cranking.
The funny thing about drummers, a lot of them can do multiple things.
Yeah,
like
I think
guitar,
like
vocals.
maybe because like drum practice is so hard to do at home. So I think like when you have that strong interest in music, you want to just like, I don't know, have fun, like with pick up a guitar or sing. Yeah.
Crazy. I can't
sound
do
guys.
it. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you sing and play at the same time. It's one or the other. Some people can just do it.
Yeah, we definitely between me and Cameron, like when we're writing the guitar parts, like I definitely take the easier stuff. Just naturally makes it so much easier for me. Like some of the riffs, I'll just be like, oh, maybe we can put some ambient thing over that riff, and I only have to play a couple of. But no, it's good. Yeah. Going back to the drummer on vocals thing, the worst is just sound guys, because like you have like a microphone that you want turned on, and that's just getting all the cymbals and stuff. So that's the only downfall, I reckon. It's just all the extra noise that you have to try and manage in the live set.
There's always the option of like Morgan from Seven Dust has got the Britney Spears headset.
Oh yeah, like the wedding kind of thing.
Yeah, when we're playing and they just got their little.
I wonder how they would go with excess noise. To be honest, that could be good.
Yeah,
it just looks a bit not as cool.
No, it doesn't. When you haven't got like a boom and you're like screaming at the beat.
Yeah,
like when Morgan from Code Orange was doing that. Remember when he was? I don't know if you're a Code Orange fan, but
no, I'm not. Yeah,
man, yeah, should check.
Did he have like a headpiece thing?
No, he was doing like boom stand and and stuff, but now he's just singing up front. But
I think that's another thing is the I think that's another thing is also just like positioning yourself. Like oh, she's climbing around.
That's all good. Makes it makes a good interview TV.
Yeah, it does. I'll get her down, eh? Running. The like positioning yourself on a drum kit with like the mic, like if it's in front of you, you're kind of like chopping it with the hats, or if it's around this side, you like whack it trying to get to the China cymbal, or if it's in front of you this way, you're probably gonna like hit it in a fill. It's a pain, definitely.
There's something entertaining about watching that. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's something cool about watching the drummer just struggle a little bit.
Or like I think Reese has his coming around maybe one side when he has to sing. He's got to like lean back a bit.
It's good times. Of course, I mean, you recorded it at Core Studios on the Gold Coast with Jimmy Alexander, who's done an awesome job with this thing. How was it working with him? Because to my understanding, you've recorded a lot with Nick Carpenter in previous times.
He just like knew that modern approach to sound, which we really wanted, and we were so stoked to get. Just like it's just like everything. Like you can definitely hear like that, like with the guitar tone, the samples, just all like the little extra elements that just made it sound like really modern. And I think that was the thing that we were just so stoked, because like we don't know. I guess like we've moved into like digital amps and stuff. Like we've definitely approaching that modern sound, and we're trying to capture it in any chance we get. So having Jimmy on board was great. Yeah, we're beyond happy.
Yeah, man, it sounds huge. Of course, I mean, now this is where I was skipping around on the video. It was Alex Nelson from Awake in Time who did the video. And awesome. That looks incredible. I love the narrative and everything about it too. Yeah,
well, we thought we'd tackle a narrative, and it took a bit of planning, and like we didn't really know it was good. We just like hired a venue, got some costumes and some ideas, and just started filming, and it came together really good. And Alex, like he and Henry, I think he was actually just a photographer at one of our shows, and like we hit him up and said, "Oh, come back," and then they had some cool stuff with lighting, and they'd never really done a music video before. So it was kind of just like, oh yeah, do you guys want to come on board? And they were great. Both of them helped with the ideas, like the costume. They found Haley, who played the Queen, just like a massive help in like getting the video together. It was great.
Yeah, it looks so pro, dude. I was super impressed.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, no, we were happy. Yeah.
Absolutely. And of course, you released your EP Conquer at the start of this year, and well, obviously with everything going on, you know, it's you haven't been able to tour for it and things like that. But it's gotten a lot of love online from all over the world, and you know, how's it been navigating that?
The like not playing shows.
Yeah, with the release, because it was such a, you know what I mean? It was right before it hit. I remember like being at your show, the launch show. But
Yeah.
it seems to have still, despite not being able to tour on it, it still had a lot of attention and love online.
Yeah, no, we were trying to like get some dates together for like a tour, but yeah, COVID just hit, and I think the borders shut, and yeah, it just didn't happen. I think we had some dates maybe in Sunshine Coast locked in, and also Wallapalooza on the Gold Coast, like that didn't end up going forward. So yeah, it was a huge bummer. But even now, like playing gigs with like the seated thing, it's so good to even just have that. Because yeah, not playing gigs is pretty awful for a band.
Oh, dude, I know.
Yeah.
Well, we played that show with you guys. Oh, that was
Yeah.
August.
Yeah, the Brutal Coast one.
Yeah, that's right, man. That was, I mean, that was our first time seeing the seated. I don't know how it was for you guys, but man, it still worked, and it was great, and we had a good time. You know,
Yeah.
still not exactly how it was, but as you guys probably feel, like I'd much rather be playing shows than no shows at all.
Oh yeah, for sure. To be honest, I'm not one to usually get nervous like playing gigs.
Yeah.
Like I like to think by now I'm usually pretty comfortable, you know. But that gig, that particular one, I was pretty nervous just because like everyone's just sitting there like in their chairs, just looking up at you, and like you got no energy to feed off on, and you're just like, oh, this is weird. But I think now we've done it again since in the Bright Side with Minus Life, and it just felt just that little bit better, just because we've at least experienced it once. So
I guess the whole thing about it as well is when it goes back to everyone being able to move around and dance. I mean, everyone can stand now. How's that energy gonna feel? You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like we've gotten so used to it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that energy is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, man.
I need that in a way,
Yeah.
because music for me, like the best part is performing. Like I love writing, and I love jamming, and recording's good, and it's good having it to listen to and stuff, and you know, but performing is like I think that's what makes me want to do it. And yeah, I think I'm keen to get back out there with a normal sort of show.
Yeah, man. Well, we're getting there. We're almost there.
Getting there, yeah.
I can't wait, dude. It's going to be awesome. And of course, you also released a cover of Sleepwalking this year too.
Yeah.
Man, you guys have been super productive.
Yeah. Yeah, that was sort of random, actually. We were just like, I think the boys were just jamming it one time at practice, having some fun. I was like, fuck, this sounds good. Like, I thought we should, I don't know, make it more. Yeah.
Yeah. Came out right.
Yeah, and it's so different from the original, and like we had nothing really going on at the time. There was no gigs happening. We're just like, yeah, let's just do it. Yeah.
Man,
like I got on the keyboards. It was just a bit of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I mean, Level H has been going for a number of years now. I mean, I remember you coming in my store that I was working at like 5 years ago, and you were talking about like the band and like jamming and stuff. So it's been quite a while, you know, and it's been great to see how you guys have progressed over that time and gotten to where you are now. It's awesome to see that journey. But what were the origins of the band? Did it start in school for you?
Yeah, I think it was I would have been in like year 9, so I don't know what year that was, but I think I was like 14 years old, and I was jamming at home like on my guitar and stuff, but then we had this guy move over from Canada, and he was like the new kid at school, and he was always just like lurking around with his headphones in. I thought, I might go have a word, and we compared iPod playlists, and he had like literally everything that I listened to on there, and we were just like, awesome? Wow, this is the best thing ever. So he had a drum kit, he had guitars, he had parents who didn't mind us making heaps of noise. So we were just around there. We were jamming like 3 times a week. We had like dedicated days, and yeah, I think my school study just went and I was just jamming all the time. So yeah, that was the origins. And I've had heaps of people on board this band, and I think now we've finally got the lineup that is working and collaborating well. So
Absolutely, dude. It's you guys are absolutely killing it. And what's the meaning of the name Level H?
It was a level hell was like the idea, like sort of, how you got like ground level, like in an elevator. Yeah. But yeah, I think the name's cool. What I like about it is it doesn't say this is what we do. It's a very neutral name, and we got the plain text logo now. It's subtle, I think. On a poster with tons of other bands, it's sort of like to me it stands out because it's of the plain text. Yeah.
Bam. Whenever you
Bam,
see
Level H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
What is that? we don't sort of like advertise it as level hell or anything. So
yeah. But that's cool knowing that now.
It is
I've always
cool,
wondered that.
Yeah. We do get asked that a lot.
Really?
Yeah, you can make it level anything that starts with the letter H. If you're drunk and being funny,
you could have told me anything.
I could have.
You could have just completely lied to me, and I'm not even halfway through that. I would have been like, yeah, man, that's
that's cool.
And then and then told me later.
Yeah.
The actual name. You guys have actually played some amazing shows and supports over that time as well. What's been the one show or even a couple of shows that have been the most significant for you?
The most fun, probably Dead of Winter, or just some of those like just dirty backroom gigs like Shred Fests and all them, like just getting wasted. But to be fair, supporting Paradise Lost at the Triffid was, I don't know if it was fun because we're all so stressed, but it was just amazing, really. It was so cool just playing on that stage, like the amount of bands that I've seen on that stage and just going, oh my God. But getting to be up there, that was cool. And with Cetera too, who they played after us and they were just going so ham. Yeah, it was cool. And then
awesome dudes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cool. And we played with them at the Shred Fest too. We played the late on that stage too. And then we had like Paradise Lost, which I'm pretty sure was a week or two after. So it was a nice little moment.
Did you meet the Paradise Lost guys?
No, I walked into the back of their band room.
Yeah.
And accidentally, and they had like all this security there, and I got like kicked out, and they were like, "Who the heck is this guy?" Yeah. So, but I did get to see them. I saw them. Yeah, that was funny. I didn't mean to go in there. I think I was looking for like a bathroom or something. Yep. They were all like, "Hey, man."
He's like, hey.
What are you guys doing?
You sort of try and slide in,
Yeah, that was funny.
Another thing I want to ask you, man, is that you seem to come from a very metal family. As long as I've known you and your family, of course, it seems like even from an early age, it's been a big part of your life. Where did those early memories of metal and all things heavy come from for you, and of course your siblings?
Yeah, well, my dad sort of like, I think I would have been like, I don't know, 4 or 5, and he got me like this little MP3 player, and he had 100 songs on it. It was just AC/DC, Metallica, Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, just the roots. And I was just like, just from like, very young age. And they took me out of primary school to hop in a caravan and travel around Australia. And at that age, I think I did year 1. And years 2 and 3, I wasn't at school. So when I came back to school in like year 4, kids were like listening to rap and all this stuff that I'd never really heard before, because my older sister Nikita, she's also just like soaks up the metal. So the friends that we met of hers that around Australia, they were all into metal too. She just like gravitated towards that crowd. So metal was like literally all I ever knew until getting to primary school in year 4 and making like friends for the first time, and they're all listening to all this stuff that I had no idea existed really. Yeah, because even my mum, like with like she's loves like power metal and stuff. So yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
I've always
Very
thought
metal.
that. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that, you know, you guys are, you know, that metal family. I've always sort of known that about you guys, and I've never actually had the chance to ask any of you guys about that. But it's been sort of like at gigs, you've when you're all together, you've been there, you know, and and you know, flying the metal flag.
Oh, it's good. It's good that I can invite my parents to come see us play, and they're not just like hating it or thinking I'm some like deranged kid. Like they can sort of appreciate what I'm doing. That's like, I think that's important. I like that.
Yeah,
I definitely appreciate it.
Or that they show up and they support, but they don't understand that world. So that's where I'm at from time to time, and they go, "You're doing good." And it's like,
is that how you think that's your sort of family?
Yeah, like, you know, my mum's been there to support from time to time over the years, but it's sort of like metal isn't her world. It's just there to support. But for you, it's like they know.
They get it. Yeah, they like it. I can sit up there and spend all this money and time going and have them not think I'm some crazy kid.
It's the best. It's so good.
Yeah, no, it is good. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be the same for your kids, I bet.
I'm trying. If it's not the nerdy shit, it's the metal, you know.
Yeah.
I know my boy likes Necrogoblicon. So that's one thing.
Is that the band where the singer has like the goblin head?
Well, he's the mascot.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people think he's the singer, but John Goblicon is the mascot, and he's awesome. Yeah, but
I read this funny article, and it was that's how I heard of that band, and it was like that, like Necrogoblicon, the inventors of Goblicore or something, and they like named their genre, and they like started this whole genre, and I'm like, that's how you do it. That's how you become a pioneer. Like, killing it.
They are amazing. I check them out. They're hilarious. But of course, back to Level H. I mean, crazy times right now, but it seems to be getting better. What's your plans once all this lockdown, COVID, crazy stuff calms down?
Yeah, well, we've actually we're writing an EP. So
no stopping you, eh?
Pardon?
No stopping you.
No, yeah, we got the EP coming.
Crazy.
So we've got the singles out.
Yeah.
A music video, so that's that, and then the EP will just keep brewing for now. Yep.
Has it got a name? Is there a working title?
No, our working titles are a bit sort of weird at the moment.
In that stage. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in that stage still. We haven't we've got like 3 songs sort of like pretty close to being done. So, and then I think we just want like one more for an EP. And then we've got the single already done.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Super.
Yeah, we feel like we're not ready for a full length album. I don't know. It's just be a lot of money, a lot more time getting it together, and I don't know. At this stage, at least, like who would sit through like just 10 Level H songs? I think like EPs are a good little middle ground for us, and we can share the love between all the songs. So we probably do like a music video for most of them, I reckon, and release maybe even the songs like one by one, or just really try and stretch out that the EP. So yeah, I think a full length album's like still a while away for us, I think.
You know what? I think a lot of bands are doing that at the moment with the EPs and the album.
Good.
It seems to be working. You know what I mean? Like singles and EPs seem to be what people are consuming at the moment. So if it works, man.
Yeah, I feel like if we dropped a full-length album and did like 2 music videos, I feel like the 2 music videos would get like a lot more attention, and then there would be like a few songs that would just get lost, like even if they were as good or even if we liked them just as much. Whereas doing an EP and keeping it tight and like sharing the love for all the songs equally, it gives, I don't know, it's more bang for your buck.
I agree. No, I'm totally for EPs and stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
Like I love a good album, man, but like, you know, at this time, you know, everyone's getting so bombarded with content constantly that, you know, maybe that's just the way to do it. Maybe it'll swing around eventually.
It's also a lot of money too, recording a full-length album. Yeah. Absolutely. I think that's also one of the main things. Yeah, for sure.
Cash. Yeah. Cash. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. I know what it's like being a musician with no cash. I think most of us do. Yeah. We do what we can. Well, dude, it's been awesome hanging out with you. Finally got you on the show, man, after how many years of trying to nail it down. But it's been awesome, bro. Thank you so much. The new single, you say it.
Machiavellian.
Machiavellian. Okay. Is out now. And I'll have all the links down here. Dude, all the best to you and the boys, and we'll see you at the next show if I don't see you at Westfield first.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you.